Sanmunani, Ninjani. Hey guys, how you guys doing? I hope you're grandy. I hope you're kumnandi and jojo. We get that right. Yeah, so no, today, we're getting down to serious business. Now we're having like serious conversations. Like, ratoma no. So yeah, no man guys, so today in this video we'll be talking about endometriosis, what it is, how it affects you, and you know, I'm just basically just going to be talking about my journey as well with endometriosis. I mean, it is the reason why I started this YouTube channel, but also, you know, I just thought, why not have other conversations? I mean, why stop here, you know? So you know what, let's get down to business, y'all. So what is endometriosis? So, you know, like women obviously have an endometrium, so the lining, right, that's inside your uterus, so that tissue now grows on the outside of your uterus. So it will grow on places like your fallopian tubes, your ovaries, and intestines, and other organs. It can happen. So that's where you find, like, you think, yo, I have a bladder infection. Or I know with me what happened is, hey, bruh, I had a kidney like infection, but I don't think it was really a kidney infection. But then, you know how it is, doctors are. But yeah, it happened to a point where it got that bad and I was hospitalized. But anyway, it's on how we got to that. So when that tissue, right, you know, like, since it's that tissue, when it's on the outside, it acts like the endometrium. Hey, it's cool. Endometrium. So you know, when you're about to have your period, your endometrium becomes nice and juicy and whatever, and then then it shreds. It shreds, right? So when that happens, that tissue as well on the outside does exactly that. So now you can imagine it's growing on your fallopian tube and wherever, and you can imagine like what's happening there. Like, it just does this. So your namai but juicy, it becomes really thick. So now you can imagine now squeezing your fallopian tubes or your ovaries or whatever, right, and stuff. So yeah, no man, like, it's really tough to live with endometriosis. It is a chronic illness, but it is treatable. There's surgeries like laparoscopy that can be done where they burn the tissue and stuff. There's also like medication like pills that you can take, which is what I'm on. And then you can take what am I saying? No. And then there's a UID that they insert that can also be here. But hey, yeah, no, me I'm scared. But yeah, moving on. So the pain is like really severe. So the symptoms would be like irregular periods, obviously very severe pain. And I don't know, people experience endometriosis differently. So yeah, I know. I wish I had someone here to tell us about their endometriosis, because there's like 4 stages. So yeah, there's 4 stages: there's stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, but they're all different, right? So you could be on I could be on stage 1, and the other person could be on stage 4, and you find that mine is more severe than hers, right? But yeah, no. But you guys can definitely go look it up, go read on it some more. So now we're getting into my journey with endometriosis. Hectic. Okay, my journey on endometriosis. So I started way back when I was like what? I started experiencing the pain when I was like 16 or something. Yeah, like 16 there. So at first it wasn't as severe. So I know pop thingy. I think I know it's nothing major, right? And then no man, like I'd be like, no, this pain is not going away, right? But then I'll be like, no, it's fine, I'll just sleep it off and whatever, right? Fine. I get to 17. So 17 now I start experiencing numbness in my right leg, which I still do. I start experiencing numbness in my right leg, and like it would be so painful on my right side that I would have to like chill for a second before I could start walking or doing whatever, right? Because the pain was like that, and my leg would be so numb from that pain. So I don't know. Then my dad was like, "No, you need to go check it out." Right? So I was like, no, I'll do it." But then I was like, no, let me just carry on with painkillers. I'll be fine, right? Sure. Get to 18. 18, it becomes even worse, to a point where now when my period comes, I couldn't even get out of bed. That's how bad the pain was. I couldn't get out of bed. I'd have to take a lot of painkillers, like y'all don't want to know. So luckily I had my sister. So she'd come and check up on me and be like, "Hey, are you still alive?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'm still alive." And she'd bring me tea, like rooibos tea without sugar and milk, and I'd drink it and then I'd pass out. So she would wait for me to pass out and stuff, and then she would come back and ask me like, "Am I hungry?" and stuff like that. But also I couldn't really eat because I'd just vomit all of that out. So yeah, it was a hassle, but hey, thank God she was there for me, So yeah, and then it happened that oh yeah, so I went to I went to the doctor. Yeah, I remember this one time I went to the doctor. This is when I was in matric. I went to the doctor. I got there, GP, and he was like, "No, it's normal, we'll just put you on contraceptives," right? So he put me on contraceptives and he said, "No, these are like strong, so you can just go about your day and whatnot." Fine. And he was like, "You have to come back for an ultrasound." I was like, "Cool, you know what? Thank you for helping me out." It didn't even last. I'm sure like 3 months down the line, they weren't working anymore. Just like painkillers. They were not working. It was just like, what's going on? What's gunning? So I was like, okay, you know what? That's fine. So I stopped using the contraceptives because it was like useless, right? So it was like useless. And then finals, matric. Did they not show me flames? Did the endometriosis not show me flames? But at that time I didn't know that I had endometriosis. So I get there. It's in the morning. My dad is driving me to school, but I can feel that I couldn't even walk to the car. Let's just start there. And he was like, "Are you sure you want to go right? We can just go straight to the doctor." I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure. Like, this is my final." Like, I was going to write LO, life orientation, that day. And final. So even before we get to school, I'm like, "Stop the car." And I vomit. I open the door and I vomit right there. I'm sure people were looking at me like, this child. But I didn't care because it was like, "Oh, no, I can't." And then he was like, "No, you're not going to write that paper." I was like, "Right." So we got a friend of his from work was like, "Let me take her to the doctor. It's fine. She's a lady." Love her. But anyway, yeah, no. Really cool lady. And then we went there, and then the doctor gave me a thingy bob and he was like, "No, you have to come back for an ultrasound." Did the girl go? No, because she thought she was fine. They put me on a drip. They put me on a drip, and then gave me, that injection was so painful. But yeah, that, and I was fine. The pain was gone in like 5 minutes. I was like, no. the girl is fine. So I get there at school for a day, I give them my notes, whatever, so I write a supplementary for my LO. Sharp. Get to varsity. Now, I'm here in varsity and I'm like, you know what? Instead of pampering myself with painkillers, why not let's just go back to taking contraceptives? So I did that, right? I did that, but they didn't work. So the nurse was like, well, how about you try a different contraceptive? Maybe the pain will be better. I was like, aye. So I went on, what is that? What is it? That injection contraceptive, the one for 2 months. Didn't last. I'm sure like a few months down the line, it wasn't working anymore. So I was like, you know what? It's like, let's just stop. It's fine. Let's just stop. And that's when I really started like getting like really bad, to a point where I'd have pain here, or like to a point where now the pain on my right side was like too much, you know. Like I even got used to my leg being numb. So I was just like, yo, no, this is crazy. So like almost every month I would be in hospital like on a drip or whatever, right, for the pain. So that's when now the misdiagnosis come in. And the GP, I remember at let me not say the name of the hospital, was there, and he admitted me for a week. So the surgeon there was like, you know, I think we should do a surgery, just a laparoscopy. So he wanted to see what was going on the inside, right? Because he couldn't see anything on the x-rays, and he was like, so yeah, no, the surgeon wanted to do a laparoscopy to see what is going on the inside, since he couldn't see anything on the x-rays and stuff. So yeah, no, so we didn't do that, because I was like, no, like it's fine, you know, I'm feeling much better. This is like a week. I've been admitted for a week, right? So yeah, no, we moved on from there. So I kept on going for checkups and stuff like that after. And then, no, he was like, no, you should be fine, no, whatever. And that's when he was like, no, you might have IBS, right? Irritable bowel syndrome. So I was like, alright, okay, cool, that's whatever, right? So, and every time, right, I would like be in the hospital and stuff, like the doctors would be like you have an infection, like kind of, what do you call it, a urinary tract infection, right? So a UTI. So and I was just like, but there's nothing, like I'm fine, like I'm there's nothing wrong with me, but where is all this pain coming from? So I remember this one time, like it was really bad. I had to call my friend from school, and I was like, yo dog, like, you know what, nah, like I really need you to take me to the doctor, because I know, like I'm dying. And he was like, I'll be there now, right? So he got here, we went to the hospital, and then they put me on a drip. I passed out, because wow. And then when I got up, the doctor was like, no, like, you know, maybe it's just nothing to worry about, you know, because it happens, you know, severe period pains and stuff like that. So I was like, doc, but I just know that there's something wrong with me. Like, there's something really wrong here. Like, I was happening, you know, and stuff. So from there, went to do ultrasound, right? And it was like, let's just go check what's really happening, right? Fine. Got there, and okay, sorry, I keep on moving because my my right leg has just started its numbness. So yeah. So yeah, we did an ultrasound, and got there, and this lady was like, are you sure you're on your period? I'm like, yeah lady, I'm very sure I'm on my period. So she was like, but there's nothing here, like I can't see anything, like there's no flow of your blood or anything. So I'm like, I'm very much on my period. So what do you mean? Right? And she's like, even your lining is like so thin, like your thing is like so thin. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure. She's like, you almost don't have an endometrium. Hey, endometrium. So I was like, okay. So what happens now? She's like, have you ever been checked for endometriosis? Like, I think that's what you need to go check, because it could be possible that you know, you could have endometriosis. And I was like, yo, really? And she's like, yeah. I was like, alright, okay. So I get home, I tell my dad, and so he sets an appointment for me with a gynecologist. Alright. Yeah, I love my gynecologist, guys. He is amazing. But yeah, anyways. So I know I get there, gynecologist is like, no, describe your symptoms. So I tell him like, you know, what's going on and whatnot. And he's like, start from the beginning, because I'm pretty sure that they've misdiagnosed you and what kind of contraceptives you've been on, pain, everything. Because he's like, I know what you're going through. Like, I understand. So like, I told him everything from the beginning, from when it started, when the pain really started. And then he was like, and then we did all different types of scans, you know, and stuff. And he was like, yo, like, I was like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. He was like, girl, it's bad. Basically, that's what he said. And then he was like, he gave me options, like we can do laparoscopy and we could burn the tissue. We could do a full surgery where we just try and, you know, but obviously it's like, you know, there's so many things that, you know, that could be removed, like your ovaries, your fallopian tubes, even your whole system could be removed, right? So I was like, hey, doc, let's move to the next options, right? So he said like there's pills, right? And then there's a UID, right? But he was like, he normally recommends the second option, which is taking pills to treat it, so that after some time when it's gone down, then maybe you can get a UID inserted, or you can do the surgery where you burn the rest of the tissue and stuff. So he was like, no, like, go for it. So I was like, you know what, I trust you, so let's go with the one you think would be best first. And ever since then, I don't know, I've been great. It's like less pain, definitely. Even though, yeah, here and there is pain, like right now, like my leg is, but it's not like bad now. I wanna roll on the floor. No, it's not like that bad. And I guess also with the side effects, with the treatment that I'm on, the side effects, I haven't had my period in a year. So yeah, that happened. Like, that happened, and I was like, and I asked him like, is it normal? He was like, no, it's very normal. Like, don't even stress about it. It's very normal. And yeah, no, he's very happy with my progress and stuff like that. And now I'm glad that, you know, I don't have to feel like I'm dying, or I feel like someone is just stabbing me. So like, yeah, no, like, I'm really grateful. And yeah, no, the journey doesn't end here, obviously, because there are other things that I would have to do, which my gynecologist explained, like things like if I ever want to, when I'm ready to have kids, then we would have to do a whole laparoscopy, whatever, check, you know, if everything is fine, would there be a need for fertility treatment, stuff like that. So yeah, no, but no, we'll see when we get there. I mean, I'm still young, still enjoying life, so you know, and stuff. But yeah, but it doesn't just affect you physically, it also affects you like emotionally. Emotionally, you're just thinking like, yo, so much pain, and it just drains you because you're going through people like doctors are like misdiagnosing you, and you're wondering like, what's really wrong with me, you know, like what's happening, and it takes a toll on you emotionally. And I do recommend seeing someone that you can talk to about it and stuff, because it's not an easy thing, you know, and stuff, just like any other chronic illness. To be honest, like it's really not an easy thing. It affects you emotionally, not just physically, like I'm saying, it affects you emotionally, it affects you financially, it affects you mentally. But I feel like where it's really bad is like really like emotionally, and like physically, because yo, I don't know how to whistle, guys. But you get the point, you know. So yeah, no, definitely I know the journey does not end here, because I do really want to one day not have to think about, oh, I have to go for surgery, oh, this is like my 10th surgery, or oh no, now I'm back on. I just want to be fine, you know. I just want to be like, yay, we're done, like, you know, there's no more hecticness going on and stuff. But definitely no, I'm happy with so far I'm happy with my progress. With the side effect, it's fine, you know. Yeah, I haven't gained nyana weight there, because yeah, no, hey. Yo, I know, shame, guys. But yeah, no, that's that on my journey. And if you guys have, anyways, yeah, no, that's on that on endometriosis. And guys, no, man, no, it's really hard. It's really hard having endometriosis, but you know, take it day by day and everything will be fine. But until next time, until the next video, love and light. I love you all.